This podcast contains themes that are unsuitable for younger listeners and parental guidance is advised.
It's been 30 years. Pass me that, mate. You're straight rated, right? It's a suicide mission. It's been 30 years.
This first jump was successful. It didn't feel like we moved, but there was no parent star trapped within the Dyson sphere. Nothing whatsoever. And then all of a sudden all these alarms started going off and we could hear banging at the control room door. Shit, get ready guys, get fucking ready. Whereabouts are we, I said. Elvis spoke down to the communicator.
Okay guys, we are at 10,000 light years away. We've done really well.
Okay, that's good news. What else do we know?
We've got 5 more jumps in us.
5 more jumps. Brilliant. Okay, so what we're going to do then, guys, we're going to keep jumping until we get to the end of the galaxy, said the man in black. Yeah, that's good. How long to the next jump, guys?
1 minute.
Okay, right. Are those doors secure?
They will not last too much longer.
Fuck. Okay, get ready to start firing, guys. I cocked all my weapons. My mace was on the floor ready to go in case I had to go hand to hand. I had 2 hand lasers and I had a phasing rifle. And I'm guessing everyone else had similar weapons. I mean, even Josh had a wristband on him now. So we're all ready to fight.
The next jump coordinates have been set,
said Mo.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And we jumped again. Wow, fuck, that's amazing. So where are we headed to? What's the fucking plan? Right, said the man in black. The plan is for us to jump to Andromeda, where we know that there's a gate to get us back. Okay, right, so that's the plan. So we're going to jump to the gate. No, we're going to jump past that. We're going to jump as far as we can away from that gate. Then we're going to blow the Dyson sphere up, because then that's the Anunaki's fleet completely gone, well away. And anyone that survives it, they got to get to the hyperlight gate. And then we're going to blow the hyperlight gate as we go through it. That's a fucking plan, I said. That's the proper plan. That's the full plan. Yeah. Okay. Whose idea was that? Oh, it was my idea, said the man in black. Got him right by the fucking balls. Okay, sweet. Okay. There's still more banging on these doors. They were cutting through and you could see the doors glowing.
Stand by for jump. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And we had jumped again, and this time we were in between galaxies. There was nothing there. Nothing whatsoever. So how much power was left on this place?
Enough for 3 more jumps,
said Elvis on the comm system. 3 more jumps, and what power do they have after that?
Not much. They need to get to a parent star so they can start recharging, but don't worry about that.
Yeah, exactly. We're not going to worry about that because it's going to get fucking blown to hell. I could start seeing sparks coming through the door. They'd nearly finished cutting through.
Stand by for jump. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And we jumped again and we appeared near the Andromeda hypergate. Right. Okay, we're in Andromeda. That's fucking great, that is.
Stand by for jump. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
As soon as the jump happened, a hole in the door appeared. There was a lot of smoke going, and there was not much we could do about that. And then all of a sudden, as the smoke was starting to clear, there was laser after laser after laser. I pressed my wrist band, so did everyone else. All our personal shields raised up, and we were protecting the central console so Larry, Barry and Mo could continue to stream the data and steal it, as well as continue the jump prep, ready for the final jump. I was shooting until my guns couldn't shoot no more. They'd run out of power. I threw my empty at the Anunaki soldiers, or even human soldiers. I couldn't tell which, because there was so much light and so much noise and so much smoke. No one could tell what the fuck was going on. And all of a sudden, as my second gun is starting to run out of power, it's starting to flash low.
Stand by for final jump. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jump.
and we jumped one last time, and on that jump I could swear I was in the midsection of the bounty and I'm about to start firing, and Elvis like,
Guys, you're on the bounty, let's go, let's go, let's go.
wow, well done, fucking well done. Where's Larry, Barry and Mo?
I couldn't get them.
Said Elvis. What do you mean you couldn't get them?
They weren't supposed to come.
What do you mean they weren't supposed to come?
They're supposed to stay, to blow up the room, to give us the time to get out.
What do you mean?
They were suicide bombers.
Said Frank. Suicide bombers. Those scientists studied for how long? And they blew themselves up?
Don't worry about that.
Said Frank.
They did what they were supposed to do, and we've downloaded their consciousness on the ship's hard drive to download into new bodies.
Download into new bodies.
Do you think we can walk around like this forever? I'm 10,000 years old.
Said Frank. 10,000 years old?
Yeah, well, don't worry about that. We'll talk about this in a moment. We need to get off this fucking Dyson sphere so we can blow it up.
That is a good fucking point. Okay, let's get fucking going, said the old man. Yeah, I think that's a really fucking good idea. Let's go, 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 go. Chi-Chi took off and turned the ship around. So how are we going to get through the doors, I said. Like this, said Chi-Chi, and she just launched her weapon. Everything was fired and a massive hole appeared and we got sucked out into space. Yeah, why couldn't we just overrid the doors? Elvis, you could have done that, couldn't you?
No, I just didn't have time to decipher the codes. I was too busy monitoring the situation.
Oh, that's great. How much damage is there to the bounty? Oh, there's no damage to Chi-Chi. I've done this a couple of times. Oh, nice, nice. Okay, let's get to the fucking minimum safe distance,
Yeah, but there's one thing.
said Frank. And what's that?
The minimum safe distance is out of range of the detonator devices.
Right. We're only finding this out now.
Yeah,
So what are you saying?
someone's gonna have to stay back.
Right. Who's gonna fucking stay back? I'm not fucking staying back. Me and Chi-Chi's got a future. Chi-Chi blushed. Yeah. Well, someone has to. How are we gonna do this? Do we have to draw lots?
This is no time to start wanting to draw something.
Said Elvis. No, that's not what I meant. Drawing lots, we take a straw each and whoever's got the short straw has to do it. Right, okay. So one of us has to stay back. We have to draw lots. This is fucking great. So how are we going to do this? Even if we are successful, I said. Even if someone has pulled it and stays behind. How do we do that? Through the escape pod, said Chi-Chi. We have an escape pod? Yeah, we've only got the one escape pod and whoever stays there has to do it. So, right, so are we all drawing lots? Yeah, said the old man, but you and Chi-Chi aren't. Why is that? Chi-Chi, do you want to say something or would you want me to say it? Said the man in black. Chi-Chi's like, what? I was like, what do you mean? Chi-Chi looked me in the eyes. I'm pregnant. How's it you told the old man and not me? I didn't tell the old man, said Chi-Chi. So how'd the old man know and I didn't? Frank turned around and said,
Well, that's because the old man's had a look at the ship's database.
and what does that mean? Go on, tell me. Tell a fucking idiot like myself. What does that mean?
Every time you get beamed, the ship's computer has to know how to take you apart and put you back together again. It showed that Chi-Chi was pregnant. It obviously got flagged up, and I'm guessing the old man saw the report from the computer.
That's right. So Chi-Chi and yourself are the only people that are exempt from doing this. Right. I'm not happy about this. You can't change my destiny. If it was my destiny to blow up, it should have been my destiny. But your destiny's being a father, said Chi-Chi. I took her by the hand. Okay, well that will be my destiny once we're home. We're going to raise this child back on a nice planet. Could be Earth, could be your home world, could be any world, anywhere. And I'm going to do right by you and the kid. Kids, she said. Kids? How many you got? 5. 5? Yeah, said Chi-Chi. There's 5 children. And that's a fraction of what we should have. But I think that's because you're human and I'm Anasapien. And that's it. Okay, right. Okay, well, we'll go over this at some point soon, yeah? Okay. Right, can we focus back on the mission, guys? Come on, because how long is it going to take for them to detect that we're out here? They ain't going to see us indefinitely. The cloaking device is on and we're still on minimum power.
So they can't detect us whatsoever. Well, they'll be fucking frantic. Come on, we don't want them to find the fucking bombs, do we?
That's a good point, said the man in black. So they all took lots. There we go. Frank, Elvis, the old man, Josh, and Anna, they all drew a straw each. The old man's straw come out. It was a long straw. He was fine. Anna's straw, long one, that was fine. Elvis, long straw, that was fine. Frank pulled his straw, that was long. And Josh looked at his straw, and it was short. Right, said Josh. Suppose that's me then. Okay. Josh offered me his hand. Thank you for saving me. I'm gonna miss you. Gonna miss you too, mate. You're a real good friend, man. I love you like a brother. I love you too as a brother. Josh offered his hand to the man in black. You're like a father to me, and I will never regret joining you on your missions, because I've met some good people here. I love you, Dad. The old man welled up a little bit and hugged Josh. I love you too, mate. You are like a son to me. Both Chi-Chi and Anna hugged Josh at the same time. Both gave him a peck on the cheek. Take good care of those kids, said Josh to Chi-Chi. She choked back some tears. I will. Anna was like, it's not fair. I know, but it has to be done. And Josh went up to Frank, and then Elvis offered them his hand, and they both shook. Okay, let's get this done, shall we? We all walked Josh to the escape pod. This walk became the longest walk I've ever had. It wasn't that far, but it just seemed to take forever to take Josh to the escape pod. We all, one by one, gave him a hug, and he sat in the chair, put his straps on, and Elvis handed Josh the remote trigger.
As soon as we enter hyperspace, press the trigger, you'll have a 2-minute countdown, and then that's it. Hit detonate. If you have no choice, there's a second button which will automatically detonate, but that's if you think that they're going to destroy you or capture you. Do you understand?
I understand, Elvis. I really do. Thanks a lot, guys. Thank you, Josh. We all stood by, and Josh pressed the close button and launched, and out he went. We all walked up to the bridge, and Chi-Chi, behind her face full of tears, Chi-Chi engaged the hyperdrive, and Josh hit the detonation button. And the countdown began. Are you able to detect the escape pod on sensors? I said to Elvis.
Yeah, I have the escape pod on sensors, and I've got the Dyson sphere on sensors as well.
Okay, and we've hit the threshold, and there it goes. We saw on the sensor screen both the Dyson sphere and the escape pod just vanish. It had gone. We got to minimum safe distance, and all of a sudden there was a lot of chop. Guys, strap yourself in, I said. If you can hold on to anything, gonna have to ride the fucking wave. Here we go, here it comes. Bounty started to bang around like a fucking tin can in a storm. We were getting thrown around left, right and centre. I wasn't even strapped into my chair, but I fell out and I hit the fucking deck like a sack of shit. So did Chi-Chi. She fell out of her chair and she was strapped in. We all fell around the place everywhere apart from Elvis, who for some reason probably had fitted behind his special console some way to just keep him grabbed in. It didn't take long for that shockwave to pass. That was mental. That was incredibly fucking mental. The old man picked himself up, dusted himself off. Chi-Chi, where are we? Well, I don't know where we are. The navigation system's gone offline at the moment. Okay, as soon as it comes back on, let us know. No worries. Elvis, do you have any idea where we could be?
No, not at all. Not until the system comes up, as Chi-Chi said.
So we're currently lost in a different galaxy, and we've got to make our way back to that hypergate. If anyone survived from the Anunaki Dyson sphere, they're all going to be coming for the same gate. So hopefully we'll win that race. And you just know that there will be people that survived.
Yeah, that's very likely,
said Frank. Okay, so now it's a race against time. I like that, I said. I like it. It's a bit competitive, isn't it?
Oh hell yeah. Oh hell yeah.
Thank you for listening. Please come back next week for the next episode. If you've enjoyed this podcast, why not check out our other podcast, A Tribute to Men That Hate Their Jobs, which is a brutal but witty portrayal of working a job you hate. In this podcast, there are themes explored in which happy workers simply wouldn't understand, unless they listen to these cautionary tales from a man that lost his ideal job because of the global pandemic. Be warned that this podcast contains strong and offensive language that some listeners may not want to hear. In addition, this podcast is not recommended for younger audiences. All our podcasts are available on YouTube. Just search for the musterxmedia podcast channel. In addition, you can also find our podcasts on Amazon Music, Red Circle Podcasts, Stitcher and Spotify. We also have another YouTube channel called The X Review. This is a review and reaction channel. Not only is it on YouTube, but it is also on Brand YouTube, BitChute and Rumble. You can also find us on Facebook, Gab, Twitter and Parler. All the links are in the description below.